Well, hello everyone. I don't know if anyone is going to be around today, but I thought I'd come on and I've got so much stuff just piling up. So I'm going to come on and work, and if somebody pops in, awesome. If not, um, then I'll just be working. But this is my Hangout book from, I don't know, a couple of months ago. It's the only one I have not finished. It makes me unhappy that I haven't finished it. So I came on, so I'm going to try to finish it up. It is an odd day for me to be on. It's an odd time for me to be on. But I figured that was okay too. I even have some that I don't have the collages on, which is terrible. I think I just have like 2 pieces that need their collage. So I'm going to see what I can come up with and get these 2 things collaged, and then try to see about finishing up this silly little book. I know it's not a silly little book, but it was our Hangout project, and I just, for some reason, didn't get it finished. Well, hi, Lori. How's your day going? That's interesting. Happy Friday to you, too. I said I have so many unfinished projects. My studio is just falling apart because I spent 30 minutes looking for something this morning that was right here on this table. I had actually picked it up, put it in a tub, and it was sitting here. Oh, well, that's fun. And you can listen. Can you listen to me and do that at the same time so you can craft along with me? That's what I was hoping. I was hoping somebody would be around that could just play along. I feel like if I don't get some of this stuff done, I'm going to just kind of lose my mind. I can't seem to get anything accomplished with it. I can usually handle mess. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's great, Lori. I was going to try to get on sooner, but I was in the middle of editing a video, a big, long video, and it just seemed like it took forever. I'm not going to enjoy having to upload the silly thing, I'm sure. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Janet. I'm working on an altered page right now. Awesome, Janet. I was hoping that there would be people around that would be feeling like playing. I just wanted to get something done, and I wanted to have some company, and oh, that may be hard to, yeah, that's gonna make me irritable. I'm not gonna do that. Tearing that little 1/8 inch piece off is not going to be fun. Oh, I know how to do it. Duh. Turn it around and lift up the wider piece. Don't know what I was thinking. There we go. Jeff's gone off to a Jeep thing. Janet, your altered book is turning out absolutely beautiful. I'm just loving that book. Teresa, what are you doing today? Are you working on anything? I had 2 collages I didn't even finish. I don't know how I managed that, but I was just so involved in this, and I just... A page and finishing the back cover. How fun. You know, I started an altered book months and months ago. I think I've got like 2 spreads done in it, and that's as far as I got. I would tell you the 100-day challenge has definitely been a challenge. Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I'm accomplishing, but to make the video and to do all of the parts that I've been doing with the 100-day challenge, it has not left time for a lot of other things that I would like to do. So I don't know that I'll do it again next year. That is I'm going to finish, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it next year. Or if I do it next year, I am not going to say I will make a video every day, because it is very... The making the video is not hard. It's the editing and all of that mess. So, okay. That's interesting. Okay. All right, let's close it up. But I knew it would be a challenge, so that's okay. I don't mind a challenge. I started to tell you Jeff's gone off to a Jeep thing and left me the whole day by myself. I'm like, yay, yay. Hi, Jen. I said I was hoping people were around just to pop in and visit while I played with this. I've got 2 or 3 things I want to do, and you know, I jelly printed the other day, and it's amazing, but I managed to not finish what I needed to get done. Oh yeah, okay. Hi, Dawn. Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant, Jen. I'm hoping these will get dry enough, fast enough that I can actually put my book together. I'm going to start. What are you working on today, Dawn? Okay, there's one. Um, Jen, I do not envy you the meetings. I do not envy you having to work. I will tell you that work at work is a little easier than working at home. It just, for some reason, getting work done at home when Jeffrey still worked and I was home all day by myself, I got so much done. And then he retired, and now it's like I can't get it done. I can't get all my stuff done that I need to do. Oh dear. Yeah, Dawn, that'll do it to you, I'm sure. I hope they get it sorted out and get you feeling better. You sit on your tushy all day. Well, I sit on mine a lot. I will tell you that I helped with shoveling the dirt, but I didn't help shovel any of that rock at all. I was so sore from shoveling the dirt, and shoveling rock is so much harder. I ended up not helping at all. Woo, mail lady is early. Okay. I think that's all the collages I have to do. I hope that I have all the rest of my pieces ready. My hubby does too, Jen. He's very, very good about helping with the housework. He helped with the housework before he retired because I'm trying to work. Oh dear, come on. He's at that, and for some reason, I can mow the lawn where you push the lawnmower. I can mow the lawn and it doesn't hurt my back, but the vacuum cleaner hurts my back for some reason. So he also helps clean up from dinner. He doesn't do a lot of cooking, but he does help clean up. And that is a big help to me. So, but he's had a lot to do with this house, you know, having to rehab a house that we didn't intend to live in. So, um, he's having a very, very nice day off, I hope. It's supposed to be sunny and pleasant out. Now then, I have two little booklets that I want to sew together. Hi, Becky. I decided I'm going to do what you were doing the other day, is try to get my stuff finished up, and I thought I'd come on and play and do it all at the same time. Oh, okay, Becky. I don't know how long I'm going to stay today. I'm just going to do what I can, and we'll see how it goes. Ah, there's my needle. I left it out. See, that's the other thing. I'm not cleaning up well enough, and therefore everything is in the wrong place. Okay, Becky. Be careful. Do you have to get a battery for the car? This is just a little, these are leftover papers from doing the tabs and things. So I decided that I would just turn them into some little booklets to tuck in my tuck spots. Oh, okay. Yeah, Becky, it's just like, it's, okay, I tell everybody, I can handle the piles. Jeff can't handle piles. But my piles have gotten to the point where they're making me frustrated. And when I cannot, usually, even if I've piled something, I know right where my stuff is. Okay? Just because it's in a pile and it looks messy to other people, I know where it's at. Right now, I can't find anything. I looked for 30 minutes for my favorite pair of jewelry pliers. 30 minutes. It was ridiculous. There's no reason for that. They were right here on the table. I had picked them up but not put them away. Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. Just, I don't like that. It just, and it has grown out into the rest of the house. And when it does that, then it upsets Jeff, and I don't like that. It frustrates him. Yeah, hi, Laura. I missed you coming in. I'm sorry. I have never been real good at that, Becky. Having a place for everything. I try, but I'm not good at it. Let's just put it that way. It's not that I don't want a place for everything, but it's just, it doesn't seem to happen. Or the place is so inconvenient. I need to learn to organize, and I'm not good at that. Okay, there's one, and I had another one. There's the other one. Okay, Becky, be careful. And I have, you know, some wonderful storage stuff, but it just seems like this, that my organization doesn't always work. I need my sister to come and spend 6 months with me. If she came, actually she doesn't need to spend 6 months, but she'd probably need to spend more than a week, because I think it'd take her longer than a week to get me sorted out. But she's very, very, very good at organizing stuff. She's also good at throwing things away. Yeah, Janet, but they don't seem to work. I don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, now granted, I have too much stuff. That's part of it. I have too much stuff. I need to get rid of some stuff. So and we're trying. I'm trying. I got rid of stuff before we moved south, but you know what? It was so funny. I got rid of some stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, how could I had some wallpaper books from the 70s, I think, and I got rid of them right before we moved. Well, Laura, if you decide you're coming south, you could come for a working vacation. How about that? Oh, there we go. Now, see, they're little booklets, and they can be tucked in with the other. That one's got a tag in it. And this one can be a booklet that can be tucked in. I actually could go in this way too. Oh, I like it better that way. Okay. Hi, Eva. We are just crafting and goofing off today. We are everybody's doing different stuff. We're just playing around, playing along. Oh, I need to work on some of these. Some of these don't have the pencil marks on them that they need to have. Janet's working on her altered book, and Becky's gone to the store. Jen's at work. Oh my, Laura, that's not good. We've not traveled because of the wreck with the motorhome, but I mean, I shouldn't say we haven't traveled at all, because we had to go to Houston to get the motorhome when they said it was fixed, which that wasn't true, but that's beside the point. Hi, Joyce. Eva, that's the thing, is that we had moved many, many times, okay, but the government moved us, because Jeff worked for the federal government. So the government moved us. The last move, we were overweight and had to pay extra, which did not make my husband happy. But at the same time, I still got rid of things, but not like I did this last move. I got rid of things. I got rid of fabric. I am just so unhappy that I got rid of. I got rid of the wallpaper books. There's so many things. I had boxes of envelopes that I got rid of. I gave away. And that doesn't make me happy either, so. Joyce, what are you doing this morning? Marianne. Well, I'm glad you're back in the living. I am glad for that. We've had as a whole, our group has had a lot of sickness this summer, or spring. I guess it's spring. There's been a lot of bad colds and flu and stuff like that going around. Of course, here, and Janet says she thinks hers is allergies and the pollen, and I know that that's what's happening here. Hi, Malaya. Well, keep right on lurking and get some work done. There you go. I just came on because I wanted company while I worked on things. ATC coins, how fun, Joyce. Okay, so that one's ready. That one's ready. Yeah, Eva, I think the allergies are kicking everybody's butt this spring. That's my little booklet. Okay, that one's ready. Marianne's working on ATCs too. Well, cool. Yeah, Malaya, we went to dinner last week sometime. We went, just the two of us, which is not normal. Usually we've got family with us. And the restaurant was cold. And my nose just would not stop running. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to leave this silly thing. Marianne, I'm trying to finish my Hangout book from a couple months ago. This is the toilet paper roll book, and it's been in my bin and not finished, and it's making me irritable that it's not finished. So I decided I would see about finishing it up. I'm going to make that my back cover. And I think this, my front cover, is what I think. Hi, Susan. Okay. Ew, believe it. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to put these together where they won't be obnoxious with one another. Okay, I think that's how it's going to go. This will be my front cover. Now I have to punch holes in there, and I think I want 3 holes. So I think I need a... Oh, there we go. Eva, I do not, I totally understand that it has been so nasty here. Oh, this is what I'll do. Sorry, I was concentrating. I'm just going to punch one and measure one and punch one and then use it for all of my... Oh yeah, I love it when they like crunch together, Eva. That's, you know, this, I was really excited about this book and I really loved how it was coming out, and then it just got put aside and I haven't had time to finish it. Well, I'm going to tell you, Eva. We were in a restaurant one time, and my husband, now it was very discreet because his hair would cover it up, but my husband had gone to the restroom and stuffed toilet paper in his ears. The restaurant was so noisy that he had actually turned his hearing aids off, and that still didn't help. And so then he went in the restroom, took his hearing aids out, and stuffed toilet paper in his ears. It was that loud. It was a horrible, horrible restaurant. Oh yeah, I think that'll work nicely. That might not work so nicely. I think these need to come in some. Oh, blast. Well, I guess the front cover is going to have some cute little beads on it. Of course, I got holes I don't like. Yeah, well, and you know, to be able to turn his hearing aids off, Eva, and not be able to, and still not be able to stand it. Okay, I'll use those 2 extra holes on the front cover to make some little dangly things or something. They were too far out towards the circle part. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. But, like I said, nobody knew but me. I just knew he was having a very hard time with all that sound, so. But I can't imagine having a napkin up your nose in a public place. That just kind of, that's, of course, you know, my grandmother used to have nosebleeds very badly, and I don't know what she would have done other than that. You know, we take my mom out to eat about once a week, and there's very few restaurants that it's quiet enough. We try to sit away from speakers, we try to do all that kind of thing, and you know, it's really hard to hear and have a conversation in a restaurant. They play music, which they've already got a restaurant full of people, and then they play music and they play it loud. And it's not that I dislike music, it's that when I'm trying to have a conversation with my company, okay, what am I doing here? Okay, there we go. That one just had it was just upside down. Good morning, Barbara. These are my toilet paper roll book that from the hangout that I have not finished. So I'm going to try to finish it today because I'm tired of it having a tub making a mess in my studio. I want it finished. Well, I'm glad you're back, Susan. What are you working on today? Barbara, what are you working on this morning? Okay, that's... But I would really like it if restaurants would think about how loud they are sometimes, and maybe, just maybe, consider leaving the music off. I tell you what, this is my favorite toy. Getting ready to go to yoga. You have more gumption than me. I don't get enough exercise, I know. When we were living in the camper, we walked all the time. And since we ended up without it, we just don't seem to get walking around, or I mean, when we start traveling again, we'll start hiking again, but I was puddle inking coloring book pages. They're already cut and folded for a book, but too bright. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, Barbara. Yeah, I would have to have that kind of yoga. I can't cross both legs, sit on the floor and cross both legs, that's for sure. I used to be able to put them behind my head, but, you know, that was a very long time ago. I have one hip that doesn't work quite right. I do, however, do certain exercises every day because it keeps me able to stand up. There's a stretch that I learned a couple years ago that has helped with my hips so much that it's amazing. But I can do that in the chair or on the floor, or I don't have to be on the floor to do it. I can actually do it in like a dining chair where it's straight backed. It's just a matter of putting one leg up on your knee and then bending over and stretching it. The other problem I may have with this is I don't know where my handout for doing the binding is. And I may have to have it. Balances the hips and spines. Yeah, Barbara, that's... Oh dear. Well, Susan, you have to do what you have to do. Balances the hips and spine and all on the floor. The big thing is to do what works. That's the big thing, I think. Do what works, do what makes you feel good, do what lets you keep going. Yep, it's not in there. Oh. Okay, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to go see if I can find my handout. Lord, I hate it when I do stuff like that. The other thing is, guys, I have 500 million pieces of paper on my desk. I can't even find my desk. There it is. Ay, 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 ay. Sit and fit class other days. Barbara, my mother takes a sit and fit class 3 days a week. Oh, Eva. Oh. And yeah, Susan, it's not gross. It's what works. Ew, Susan. Ew, ouch. Barbara, she does that 3 days a week, and then 1 day a week there's another guy that comes into the center, and she really loves that class. And the worst of it all is I'm afraid that it's going to end. They're having trouble keeping this. Their center is closed, and they're having trouble because they don't have anybody to keep the center sorted out. It's just kind of a ridiculous thing. Okay, so I need to find some way to make those stay like that. There we go. Okay. I just need to know which one comes next. There we go. That'll work. Hi, Sandy. Sandy, I didn't see you come in. Hello, welcome. I don't think you've been in one of my lives before. Yeah, Barbara, the center's got, well, her center had mold in it, and so they've had to move to another center, and there's a lot of things going on with it. Okay, Laura. I hope the storm is not bad. Let's see here. I need to have 3 pieces of thread that are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably about 18, 20 inches a piece. Maybe 20, a little bit more. Hi, Annie. I don't know that you've been in one of my streams before. Guys, if I have missed anybody coming in, I am really sorry. I apologize greatly. I get to working and I'm not really paying good attention, and I do apologize for that. Okay. The monthly with Lisa is a lot of fun, and this is actually a project from a couple of months ago that I didn't finish. So I'm trying to get it finished up now. I absolutely detest that it's taken me this long. Hi, Holly. And if I've missed somebody coming in, I do apologize. Annie, have you been to one of my lives before? Or did you just tell me yes? That was Sandy who told me yes. We'll hope I have enough thread. If not, we'll have to tie it together. Holly, what are you guys working on? Annie, Sandy, what are you guys working on today? I just came on to just try to accomplish a few unfinished things. See what I could accomplish today. Oh, I have to tell y'all, Lisa was concerned, and she asked me about it when I told everybody we finally got our camper. Well, we don't have it, but we finally got to order it. She was concerned that I would stop doing lives and stop doing videos and stuff. And I have been concerned because the setup I use at home to make videos and to do my lives is not something I can take on the road. So I've been thinking and thinking and thinking about how I could do this easily in the camper. Now, granted, I'm going to have to do it with very limited supplies because there's no way I can take everything in my studio. But I have ideas on how I can take certain things that will work. But it's the camera stuff Cool, Janet. Swap items and cleaning up all this mess. Yeah, well, we were talking about that mess, Holly. I decided to make another toy. Ah, well, that's what I'm working on, Sandy. I'm finishing my toilet paper roll book. I'm just trying to accomplish here. Anyways, Saturday night we went to play dominoes. No, today. Not Saturday night. It was Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Yeah. My friend that had been in the hospital, we had supposed to have been playing dominoes with them the night she ended up in the hospital. It's kind of family, not just friends, but anyhow. So she's been very unhappy that she didn't get to play dominoes. So we went out there to play dominoes, and he had a microphone stand. What's this is all leading up to. And the microphone stand is going to work in the camper to hold both my cameras. So I'm like real excited. Post a picture. Oh, I'll have to show you my drawers. I have, there's 5 each, and Jeff painted them purple. I have map drawers. Susan, I could go down the road and stream with my phone. I don't know how. Now here's the thing. We have another piece of equipment coming for the camper that might actually make it work better. But I don't plan on driving down the road and streaming. I plan on, the plan is more to stream when we're parked. Is that right? So, but I can, with my phone, I should be able to. Now that did not go in there nicely. I'm going to take that out. I don't like that at all. Oh dear. Okay. Yep, that's true. Okay, Holly. Oh, and I forgot. Shoot. Okay. Hmm. I could probably stream from my phone, Susan, but I don't think that that's gonna be something I want to do. Besides, I will never again not be in my passenger seat with the seatbelt on. I will never ever again get up out of the seat, even and get a drink, ever, ever, ever. I will always be buckled in, always. Having a flying van rip the side of your motorhome open, it's just too scary. I forgot. I'm not happy with how this is small and this is fat, and it just, the crocodile mouth on it was just too much. So I have these little beads that have 2 holes, and I'm going to use them to hold it with a little more crocodile, with less crocodile mouth. Craft NATO, yes, that's what's happening to me, Holly. It's also called gravity. No, Barbara, I was actually, I was sitting in my passenger seat, buckled in. I was working, the dashboard of our old one had what looked like a, what do you call it? It had a pull-out desk on it, and I was working on making beads into sets. We were headed to Tucson for my big show in Tucson, and I had left the set making until then because I just knew I didn't have time for it, so that was fine. But am I gonna like that on the back? Yeah. I had beads in front of me, and when the camper rocked sideways, everything flew off of the dashboard and flew all over. The police later, we were on the side of the road, and the cop came up and he asked me what happened, and I said, well, all of a sudden the camper went like this. My husband said a very nasty word, and then he said, oh my God, we've lost the Jeep. And the next thing I knew, we were down here on the side of the road. He said, well, why did it take so long to get to the side of the road? And I'm like, good Lord, man, do you have no clue? Why didn't you know what was going on? I'm like, I wasn't driving. Why should I know what was going on? So anyways, it was very interesting, but I will always be in my seatbelt from now on. I'm just experimenting here, guys, and it is not going real well. I'm not sure this is going to work, honestly. Well, maybe. Hi, Rosita. Barbara, yeah, it it was an experience. It was not one I want to have again. Holly, you know, there's this thing about doing something. It was something we had dreamed of doing our entire lives. We had worked really hard to have this camper. I mean, it's nicer than any house I've ever owned. We were living in it at the time. Now, frankly, if it hadn't been for the lawyer getting the insurance company to finally pay what they should have in the first place, we probably would have never been able to afford another one. We will never be able to afford another one. We would have probably gotten something smaller. But it was, you know, it's kind of like saying, well, you wouldn't get in a car again after you've had an accident. If you've had an accident, you know, you get right back in and you drive some more. So, yeah, yes, that's true, Susan. But I was working in front of me. That was the other thing. I was working on something. I wasn't driving. Jeff was driving. Let me just tell you something else. This rig is as tall as a semi. It sits on semi-tires. The van that hit us was above our floor, so that means they were flying about 5 feet in the air when they hit us. And that was, because I wasn't driving, I didn't know what happened, because you've got something as big as that, you're not watching. It's not like I can see what's going on. So sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat either, guys. I'm trying to see if this is gonna work. Right this minute, it's not making me happy. There we go. I think it's gonna work. I just gotta get started. I just kind of gotta get it. And I'll tell you, it's warm today, so this wax linen is sticky. Rosita, have you been in one of my streams before? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. But you know, Holly, if we didn't get another one, you know, we wouldn't be able to travel like we want. We like to go and stay in the state parks and hike their trails and sit outside by the campfires, and at the same time, now see, the last one had my studio in it. We bought one big enough to put the studio in, and I could work in it. So when we were in the wreck, I lost my studio too. We were homeless, basically. Yeah, it was an interesting time. I didn't have a studio for 5 months. We did not get the same kind of camper this time. It does not have the space where my studio was. We had bought bunks, and I had had all of that converted to have my studio space. So I could make beads in the studio, not going down the road, but in the studio. Yeah, Eva, stopped in a line of cars. Oh, honey, that's bad. I have a sister who does not like to drive because she's been in a couple of accidents, and yet she's a very good driver. When she was 16, she had a Firebird whose brakes went out on her. She managed to get it around the corner and into a ditch and in a lot of traffic, so she did a good job. I'm hoping once I get this whole mess started, that this will go a little easier. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's gonna add to it. If it works, it ought to work pretty well. I had thought about trying to find buttons, but that meant having to go out and buy something I didn't have already. Hi, Mary. Hi, Joey. What are you guys up to today? What are you working on? Oh, it would be much nicer if this wax linen was not so sticky today. Rosita, what are you working on today? Okay, which way does this go? That way. All right. Coloring images. How fun. Susan was ink dyeing, I think it was Susan told me, and I apologize if I'm wrong, that she was ink dyeing coloring pages that had gotten too bright. Uh-oh. What happened to it? Oh, there it is. Oh, shoot. Okay. This may be going to be more trouble than it's worth. Okay. Well, I kind of like that. I think it's going to work. It's just going to be a pain. Ah, just bought 2 amazing books on birds. Ah, okay. Front porch, did some journaling. Ah, Mary, you were thinking that? You know, a big part of it is having quiet time. You know, I can't. If Jeffrey's home and in, for some reason that television seems to have to be on. Now, if he's watching a movie or something, he can wear his headphones, but he tried to get headphones for the TV, and we could not get anything to work. So, and he's gone today. That's why I get to be on live today. You're going to tell me that that thing is turned backwards? There we go. Nope. When I get this thing together, if I do it without cussing, you guys are just going to be amazed. Nope. There we go. Yeah, Mary, I'm sure you do understand the TV issue. Rob, are you going to pick black on black again? I missed what Barbara was doing with black on black. Oh, okay. Susan, my mom uses the TV a lot for noise, but the big thing is that if I'm streaming, I can't have the noise on, and the television is right behind my head as far as it's through on the other side of the wall, but the noise is too much. Yeah, Barbara, a black on black quilt is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I wouldn't have picked it, but red and black are my two favorite things to put together. I have a whole box of red and black fabric. We're going to hope this one works. Maybe if I get it right, it'll get easier. Aha. Okay. Oh yeah. See, now it's got a spacer in there. It's got a little spacer on the back. It's got a spacer inside. It's too late now. Oh well. You'll finish it. That's all that matters, is you'll finish it. We haven't put out any plants or anything like that here. Okay, how did that happen? I got it to where it's not even. That's gonna really irritate me. Is it not pulled? It just must have been. Oh well. Okay. Dirt bags out of the car. Yeah, enjoying it while it's nice. That's the big thing, right, Mary? Um, it's gotten quite warm here, except in the evenings, and right now the bugs are out so bad. It'll in another 2 or 3 weeks it'll get nice again, to sit out in the evenings. Okay, is that going to be crooked? No, there we go. Which way? Oh, I am going to cut this off. I'm hoping once I get it going that I've got yeah, I think once I get it going, it will be easier to do. It won't be quite so frustrating. Yeah, that's true, Susan. Of course, you know, I used to sell sewing machines. And frankly, Berninas are not lightweight. And they would come in on the truck. And plus, we sold industrial equipment. They would come in on the truck. And I'd have to help unload them. And so I had started going to the gym every morning and lifting weights before I went to work because I was needing some strength. And then I went to Texas and the kid that was doing our service there, okay, why is that backwards? Uh-oh. Okay, turn it around. There we go. The kid that was doing our service, servicing machines, he thought he should do it all, and it's like, oh, yeah, which was okay, but I was used to doing it. Yeah, Mary, the white hair does help. Okay, Mary. Have fun working though in the dirt. It's fun to play in the dirt, I think. My son called Mother's Day and was telling us all about what he's doing. He moved into an apartment so that he could ride his bicycle to work. And it's an apartment building that he's lived in before, so it's something he knew. And they have these planters outside, and the landlord, of course, never does anything with them. So he talked to the landlord. Landlord said, yeah, you can plant anything you want in there. He talked to the other neighbors and asked if they cared. So he's got all kinds of greens and stuff like that planted in the planter boxes out in front of the apartment, which I think that's just fun that he's done that. We used to have a garden all the time when he was little. Oh yeah, this is working real well. It will do what I want it to do, which is to make it so that it doesn't spread out quite so far. It's just time consuming. Bye, Mary dear. Yeah, Susan. Well, here's the deal, Susan. He had my truck for three years, and there's been several times we needed it. When we were before we got in the wreck, we didn't need it. And then we got in the wreck, and then we started needing it, and so he finally worked it around where he could bring it back, which was it's been hard for him to bring it back. It's the timing of getting it back here and all that kind of stuff has taken a while. And then last winter, every time he tried to come down, he would get a really bad storm. Every time. He'd been trying to come for about 6 months, and it seemed like every time something would either happen to the truck, or like he had a tire blow out and had to get new tires, and just stuff like that. Just seemed like it went on and on. But he brought the truck back. So now his truck is not functioning right now, so It's either ride his bicycle to work or take the bus. So no, he really didn't want. He really didn't want to bring the truck back. It was one of those things he kind of had to. And I think that because he had the truck, he had put off working on his, which, you know, now that he's has to work on his, but he's having fun riding his bicycle. He called us here a few weeks ago, or did he text? He texted me, I think, and said he'd put 350 miles on the bike. And then he got in a little accident, somehow managed to hit a pothole, fell over and bent the derailleur and everything all up. So he went into the bike shop, and the guy at the bike shop said that the bike was not worth fixing. The bike's old. I mean, he's had it probably since junior high school. So he went into the bike shop, and the guy said, well, he really didn't think that it was worth fixing, but that Brandon could use his tools and he could use anything he found in the scrap bin to fix it. So Brandon put it back together with a used derailleur and this and that. And he said, but he had to ride it for 2 days with just 2 gears because the chain was too short. So he's learning a lot. And he has a truck that's older than him, so that's part of the problem with fixing his own truck, is that there's issues with some parts that he's been having to build instead of. Yeah, Eva, I do not envy single moms. My husband was, he helped me so much with Brandon. Of course, we only have one child, and that's partially because Brandon was very sick when he was younger. We didn't know it. Brandon's allergic to food, and a ton of food, not just 1 or 2 things, but a whole lot of things. So it took a lot to get him well. Yep. Oh, I like those little beads in there. They're going to show off very nicely. Okay. Oh my. Well, Susan, I'm proud of you for doing that. I know it was hard. Okay, so you're gonna do that. That's fine. I should have been making an eye appointment. I'm having trouble seeing the screen. when I get this all done, I will do a flip. uh, I'm real pleased with how it's going. It's taking a lot longer than than it would if I didn't have to put these beads in here. But it was so, the binding area, this area is so much thinner than the where the tubes and everything are, that it just seemed like it was going to be it was just gonna sit funny. I really just didn't like how it was sitting. And Becky put some really cute cardboard type pieces between hers, and it seemed real cute, but nothing I did made it look the way I wanted it to look. So I just decided I would try these, and I think they work real well. I have some, this is hematite, which is a type of stone, but they make magnetic hematite too now. But this, a few years ago, they started coloring or iridizing or whatever you want to call this stuff. It used to all be black. It was a shiny silvery black color. And then all of a sudden they started making a whole bunch of it in other metallic type colors. And I, of course, am like Lisa, I love copper. So I bought a bunch of different shapes in copper. And when I started getting in my drawer today trying to find something that had either a hole that the cording would go through, or two holes, these are what I found. So I'm really liking how it's coming out. It's making it so that it's got a separation. Uh-oh, what did Janet... Yesterday I spent about 15 minutes trying to thread the wrong... Oh, Janet. Oh, honey. Oh. Um, that's just not... That's... Ugh. Mine is just, I think, a cataract. I'm afraid that the cataract has decided that it's going to start to grow. Janet, Jeff has two eye diseases as well. Jeff has something called map dot fingertip dystrophy. Map dot fingertip, yeah, dystrophy. Or Coogan's disease is what it's called. It has two different names. But he also has Pfauts, so his cornea is messed up as well. Uh-oh. Okay, guys, I don't know if I'm still on the same stream. I hope you still have me. Oh, and she has her squeaky little voice. Oh no. Eva, that's mine. If I put my glasses on, I can't see up close, and if I take them off, I can't see far away. My bifocals are designed so that I can sew and iron and drive the car. I have to be able to see the dashboard of the car. I buffered for a few seconds, but I'm good. Okay, because it actually said my stream had dropped, so I wasn't sure. The MAP fingerprint dystrophy is where the front of the eyeball, the front surface, comes off in large layers. I didn't know until after Jeff was diagnosed with this that when we, oh dear, did I just mess that one up? That you know how your skin comes off? I am back. Thank you, guys. Anyways, I was telling you about Jeff's eyes before my stream dropped off the map. It took 2 years and a whole bunch of people and several specialists to find it. Then when they found it, it was like, oh wow, we can fix that without any problem. We'll put contacts on you, special contacts. Well, Jeff also has Fowlkes, which is on the cornea in the eye, and because of it, he can't wear those contacts. So he had to have surgery, and because of our insurance, it wouldn't pay for it. So the surgeon said, well, you know, the same surgery to fix your vision is the same surgery we got to do for this disease. So my husband now has absolutely perfect vision, except he can't see up close. And there went my stream again. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Thank you, Janet. I do not know why this is doing it all of a sudden. This is doing this all of a sudden, guys. Janet, thank you for telling them. I'm trying to check and see if there's anything I can do to fix this. There does not seem to be anything wrong. I posted a video this morning, so you'll want to make sure you watch the whole thing. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Barbara, hon. Have fun at yoga class. I hope you hear me, and I hope that I'm showing up. Let me see what this is doing. You know, this is really frustrating. Susan, quite frankly, I love this binding. I really love this binding. Um, Cutting out. Okay, bye, Barbara. Okay. Okay, Susan, she's here for me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. About 30 minutes. Okay, if you can hear me, I'm gonna go. I'm going to shut this down, go reboot the router. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'll come back on in a little while. Um, I'm sorry that this is causing all that trouble. I'll be back after a bit, okay? Bye, guys. I love you, and I hope you can hear me. I'll be back this afternoon in a little bit as soon as I can reboot the router because I want to finish this. So I might as well play with you guys while I'm on. So talk to you in a bit.